15 weeks because the baby can feel pain. We're going to put our nation in line with a civilized world. That will be a hell of a fight. Don't be afraid of this issue if you're Republican. The extreme position is the Democratic position.
Welcome back. That was South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham talking to our panel earlier about abortion. As we near the one-year mark since overturning of Roe v. Wade, joining us now to discuss is Anderson Clayton. She is the chair of the North Carolina Democratic Party. Anderson, what is your reaction to the comments you just heard from Senator Graham on abortion?
I mean, I think that Senator Graham doesn't understand where most Americans sit on this issue right now. We've seen polls after polls that have said that the majority of Americans agree with where Roe v. Wade, the original decision, determined that at abortion weeks, to be honest with you. And so I just think that the actual decision itself should be a choice between a person and their doctor. It should not be something that we are litigating right now at the national level like this. And I think that it's an extremely out of touch position, to be honest.
Okay, great. Scott.
Yeah, Madam Chairperson, I know your joy and pain as a former state party chair for the District of Columbia. Congratulations on your victory. In the District of Columbia, probably 8 or 9 out of every 10 people are Democrats. That's almost the opposite, or probably the opposite, in North Carolina. How do you rally the troops? You've got a Democratic governor. Obviously, we've got a strong president and the Senate on our side. But how do you rally the troops to turn North Carolina maybe purple, if not blue, at some point?
Honestly, I feel like I need to show them that clip of Senator Graham right there, to be real with you. I think that North Carolina needs to understand, we are in the fight of our lives right now for just rights in this election cycle. And young people like me are going to come out to the polls time and time again for someone that's going to stand up for reproductive freedom and for our rights to maintain and not regress our country backwards, honestly. And so I'm hoping and really going to rally on my troops by taking that message everywhere. The fact that my state party and my Democratic majority this year is really going to go after fighting for human rights at the ballot box.
Rena.
Hi, Anderson. As a pro-choice Republican woman, I applaud the messaging that you're putting out there, because I think all of this centers on bodily autonomy, and we can agree on so much. To me, this doesn't have to be so heavily partisan, but I get why it is. It's hard to believe also that we're a year out from that overturn. And with President Biden wanting to sign this executive order on, he's seeking to provide birth control access, right? I'm trying to think now, in this moment where we are, what do you think is enough?
I mean, I think that we have to let the people decide that. And right now, I don't think that we are. In North Carolina, we have a supermajority in our state, in our Republican state legislature. And unfortunately, with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, that put the decision back to the states. And right now, we've seen almost 20 states try to restrict the access to bodily autonomy. And so for me, it's making sure that we have access to that everywhere, reproductive justice, and that should be determined by a person. And I really do believe that a person and their doctor has the opportunity to do that. I've seen, I understand Senator Graham and everyone else wanting to litigate weeks here, but I really do believe that the person should have the right to choose. And that's what we're saying in this. And that should be our message here.
Tia.
We have just a moment, Chairwoman Clayton, but I wanted to ask you, what do you think should be the message as Vice President Harris comes to North Carolina on the one-year anniversary of the overturning of Roe v. Wade?
I think right now in North Carolina, people need to feel a fight. And I know that Vice President Harris and Joe Biden have been doing everything humanly possible to fight for the rights of our people, our young folks across the United States. And so for me, I want to make sure that Vice President Harris is showing what she's been doing this past 2 years in this administration, which is fighting for reproductive justice and reproductive freedom for every American.
Well, thank you so much, Anderson Clayton, chair of the Democratic Party in North Carolina.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.